If you are like many people, you might consider a math test to be one of the scariest things you might actually encounter. It's right up there with public speaking and going to the dentist. But there's nothing to be afraid of if you have a plan. Hi, my name is Ben Owens. I teach math at North Central Texas College, and I'm here to give you some tips about how to study for a math test. First, study early and study often. Learning math is much like learning how to play a musical instrument. It takes time and effort, dedication, and most importantly, consistency. If you want to ace your math test, you should be working problems every day. You should start studying a week before a math test, and it starts with making a plan. Make a list of all the topics you think might appear on the test. You should use your notes from class, your homework, and even the textbook to figure out what problems you think are most likely to occur on the test. And don't forget those word problems, there's bound to be a few of those on there. Once you've made your list, it's time to do what I call drills and spills. First, we'll talk about drills. Think about this. Basketball players have to be skilled in lots of different types of shots. Layups, free throws, three-pointers, jump shots from all different angles and distances. They practice drills on these types of shots so that they'll be ready if they have to do those types of shots in the game. Using that list you made, you need to practice all those types of problems so that you'll be prepared for whatever shows up on the test. So here's how to run drills for a certain type of problem. Pick a problem or two from your list and write down examples of those problems on a blank sheet of paper. Now you can usually find these problems on your old homework, or you can find them in the book, or even an online resource. Now the next step is key. Close your book and put away your notes. Completely on your own, try and work these 3 or 4 problems. You're not going to have your notes or your book on the test, so you shouldn't practice with them either. Would a basketball player practice shooting on an 8-foot goal when the game is going to be played with a standard 10-foot goal? If you can't remember how to work the problems, then pull out your notes or pull out your book and try to figure it out. If you still can't figure it out, it's a good thing you started about a week early. You can go ask the professor or a friend or even a tutor for help. If you worked all the problems in the drill correctly and you feel confident about this type of problem, then you can mark that off the list. You should try and do drills on every type of problem on your list, and don't forget those word problems. Spills are used when there are certain formulas that you need to have memorized for the test. The first thing you should do when you start the test is spill all those formulas onto the cover page. It lets you start out with something familiar, and it will help you from blanking out in the middle of the test. But just like drills, it's important to practice spilling these formulas. You should practice writing the formulas out from memory at least twice a day for about 3 or 4 days before the exam. That way, when you get to the test, you'll be able to spill those formulas easily. My favorite method for studying for a test is the practice test, but not a test the teacher gives you. Here's what you do. Find a friend or a group of friends and schedule a time a couple of days before the test that you can all meet. Before getting together, everyone should write a practice test and an answer key with the problems that they think the teacher is going to put on the test. Then, when everyone gets together, you can trade the practice tests, and here's the key: close your notes and close your book and try to work the test completely on your own. It's really beneficial to be in a testing environment as well, so you should probably meet at the library or maybe in an empty classroom. Also, give yourself a time limit. You should put yourself under some pressure because that's the way the test is going to be. The purpose of this practice test is to see how well you perform in a testing situation. Once you've finished, you can give each other a grade and you can see how well you do. If you breeze through the practice test, Great. You should be confident. You're ready. If there are some questions that you can't answer or you don't remember, that's great too. It's better to miss them on the practice test than on the actual test when it counts towards your grade. Work with your friends to figure out the problems that you missed. And be sure to drill those problems the day before the test as well to make sure that you really remember how to do them. It's important to feel ready going into an exam to help prevent test anxiety. So remember, study early and study often. Practice your drills and spills, and do a practice test to help determine what you really know and what you don't know. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Well, and that big marshmallow guy from Ghostbusters. Good luck, and thanks for watching.